Hey everyone, today I'm going to do something controversial. I'm going to cut this power cord. Surprisingly, this can be illegal in the US, especially in places like New York, all because I'm not a licensed electrician. Sure, those materials cost only about $20, but legally you are supposed to pay a licensed electrician $300 just to inspect it. And good luck finding one willing to do such a small job. They are reasonably focused on bigger projects. Adding a junction box makes this even more illegal. Junction boxes are intended for permanent wiring, and doing this without a license can lead to serious legal issues. But here's the ironic part. There are tons of DIY videos showing people how to do things like this. Are they encouraging us to break the law? In a way, yes. Don't be surprised if in the future YouTube videos like this come with a legal disclaimer waiving all liability. I even asked ChatGPT how much it would cost to get legal guidance on everyday activities, and the answer was around $20,000. Writing software, having a YouTube channel, having a backyard, even raising a child, all of these can come with unexpected legal complications if you want to be fully compliant. And if you have ever dealt with real-world lawyers, not the one in the movies, you know they will never tell you, yes, this is legal. They will just say, don't do it, or pay me a retainer fee. Even medical professionals hesitate to give simple advice because of potential liability. In the end, when something matters, you are on your own. Think about it. Walking on the grass in a park, glancing at someone's window, even crossing the street can be illegal under certain circumstances. New York only recently legalized jaywalking because of concerns about discriminatory enforcement. This shows that law and enforcement are deeply linked. Laws are supposed to catch bad actors through fair enforcement, but when priorities and budgets shift, enforcement can turn to taxation. Remember this next time you get a parking ticket. Commercial drivers get so many fines, they receive discounts and access to specialized portals for payment. Ultimately, those costs trickle down to you, the consumer. Apparently, we even have a special word for common illegalities. We call them violations. Everyone does them, so you aren't really unethical for doing them, but you still have to pay. With AI, enforcement can scale massively, and laws once created with selective enforcement in mind can now be enforced on everyone anytime without context. Imagine speeding cameras but on a whole new level. My little cabling issue highlights a deeper divide. Rich people don't like rules and regulations in principle because they limit them. Poorer folks don't like them either because they are unsafe for them. A couple of alleged violations and they can go bankrupt. The middle group, however, tends to lecture on the rule of law while quietly hiring the cheapest TaskRabbit contractor and not ask questions when it's their turn. They totally love the idea of the rule of law because it makes them feel safe. It also makes them feel that they live in a fair world. While they enjoy consuming those feelings, they have to accept the flip side, the constant fear of potentially realizing that some of the things they do on a daily basis are themselves illegal. Jaywalking became illegal because of discriminatory enforcement, but it wasn't that profitable anyway. What about violations that bring in real revenue, like traffic tickets? How can the state not face similar complaints about them? The straightforward answer is reverse discrimination. Are you someone living in a middle-class neighborhood and lecture others on the rule of law? Congratulations, you just got a ticket. Why doesn't this other person get a ticket? Well, they don't share the same values with you, and we will all have to bend a bit our ideas about fairness in favor of making everyone happy. But you know, your real estate value goes up and you should be happy, unless you rent, of course. Why does real estate go up? Because your place is safe compared to every other place that isn't safe, because there's no incentive to enforce the law there. And this is how the law turns into a perverse system that satisfies everyone as long as they can keep their eyes shut by penalizing the good people and not touching bad actors. I have lived in various places with different cultures, But what I see the last 8 years I live here in the US still feels hypocritical and makes me feel unsafe both from bad actors and ill enforcement. As an example, I have heard locals brag about their ability to talk themselves out of tickets, but trust me, they don't teach you that type of English at school. If someone enters your house, they can steal as much as they can carry. A minor violation can send you to prison if you don't know how to act as a local. If you want to do anything yourself, you're often trapped by laws, unable to afford the legal services to protect yourself. It feels like our only safe options are working for a billionaire or shopping from one. And that's only because billionaires are willing to pay ongoing legal fees to defend our right to work and consume to the extent that it makes them richer. Anything outside of that, we're in a legal gray zone at best. If we keep adding laws and ramping up enforcement to solve every problem, we'll end up with little individual freedom. Even harmless DIY projects could turn into legal risks. People will sue each other for fun and profit. We are headed towards a world where, unless you are a billionaire, the best advice is to do nothing. Everyday activities are either illegal or in a gray area that could be enforced at any time, even retroactively if needed. This is not safe. I hope this video makes sense, and thanks for watching.